Hello everybody and welcome to another single song reaction here on the channel. I am very excited about this. Odds are if you found this video, you've stumbled across this video, you're a big fan of 40 Below Summer like I am. If you're seeing this video because you're a member of our Discord here, our Discord community, or if you just stumbled across this video, you don't know who 40 Below Summer is, then hopefully you're in for a very big treat. 40 Below Summer is a really awesome band that I have loved since I was junior high, I believe, actually, back in like 2000, maybe 2001. So we're talking quite a while ago. They have not released a new album in quite a long time, and this is the first single from their upcoming album, which I'm very excited for, and I will be buying that as soon as I can, as long as it's not astronomically expensive, which is a little tough because in this day and age, it's a little tough to. But first, I just want to say, if this is your first time here on the channel, I want to just welcome you. I want to say this is not my normal location. This is not my normal lighting setup at all. It looks terrible. This shirt is navy blue, though it's hard to tell on there. But I am currently in a hotel attached to a hospital recovering from a bone marrow transplant. I was diagnosed with leukemia about 1.5 years ago, and I've been battling that for a year, and it doesn't matter. The whole story doesn't really matter in this video, but if that is something you're interested in, you'd like to know more about my personal story with it, I do have other videos here on the channel addressing that. Just know I went through the battle of cancer. I found out that everything we were doing wasn't working as good as it needed to, as they wanted it to, and there was still cancer left after everything, and so I had to go through the process of a bone marrow transplant. And I am now 53 days into that process as of today, and I have 47 more days to go here in this specific facility. I am not... Oh boy, I should have cleaned that up. That looks terrible. Whatever, who cares? You guys don't care watching the video. It is a nice room. It is nice. We have nice stuff up here. Closet back there. Bathroom's just off this way. But anyway, yeah, I should have put something here to try to block block that garbage. But whatever. Don't worry about the room. All I'm saying is I'm not normally in this location. I am recovering. Everything is going fine. Please do not worry about me, though I do appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers if you are into that type of thing. I also have to say right before I started this is my first time ever having a grape raspberry ice. It's fantastic, but my mouth gets really dry while I'm talking, so I have to take drinks quite often. I apologize if that gets annoying to anybody. I'll try to keep this video pretty brief, but I want to talk about 40 Below Summer a little bit up front here. I haven't done any prep for this video. Really, normally I try to do some prep for videos like this, try to have some information ready, but I just have my love for 40 Below Summer and my excitement for the new song, which is called King Ghidorah, which, by the way, is so awesome. I don't know if you can tell or not, but you know what? I'm just going to go get it. Hold on. Stay right here. Okay, how unprofessional of me. Oh boy, this video. I'm feeling very upset at the moment and emotional because I have been trying to connect my PS5 here to the Wi-Fi here in the hotel/hospital to play GTA 5 with my nephew who just got into it. He's 14. And his mom and we all kind of decided that he could play it because some of his other friends are playing it. We're not too strict with him, but he just started playing it, and I've got my PS5, so I went and I played the snot out of GTA 5 when it first came out back on the PS3. Then I got it for the PS4, and I was really looking forward to some other stuff this year, and I've been playing other stuff, so I haven't gotten it for PS5 yet, but I went and got a copy. Didn't realize it was such a ridiculously hard prospect to get the stupid GTA 5 to work on your PS5. It is absolutely insane. But anyway, I've been having a bad day. Can't play with my nephew when I want to. All he wants to do is play GTA 5. He's having trouble with some of the missions himself, and he wants me to help him, and I want to help him really bad too. But the servers aren't working, the internet here is not working, it's being very complicated. So I thought I'm going to record a video. Obviously the internet's working, we're doing this. But I don't, anyway. So I'll get to the Godzilla stuff in a second, but 40 Below Summer was one of my very first ever favorite songs. Was Taxi Cab Confessions by 40 Below Summer. I considered it to be my number one favorite song for a very long time. Looking back on it now, at the time I didn't know this, but I love the sort of choppy rhythm section during the chorus with these stops and then the vocals going over the stops. Like if you're familiar with that song, you understand what I'm saying. And 40 Below Summer does that a lot in their music, where they have like riffs that leave spaces in the riff to have vocals and different elements of the song kind of soar over the top of things during these breaks. It's very rhythmic, and I really like that. But I also like Max Illage's vocals. I like everything about this band, really. And I have all of their albums. I do not have their Rain album, though. It is impossible to buy some of their albums online, by the way. They're very expensive, and so I'm very lucky to have their entire discography on CD. I don't have it with me here. I do have a giant CD collection. Oop. Let me check my Discogs account. Sorry, my mic doesn't like when I'm looking stuff up. So this says they have 18 releases. That's interesting. So I have Sideshow Freaks. I have Invitation to the Dance. I have The Morning After, which is my favorite album of theirs. I also, I guess, see, there's like some singles here. I have The Last Dance, which is their sort of live thing, and then some bonus stuff, I believe. And then I actually have CD copies of Fire at Zero Gravity and Transmission Infrared. I backed them on Pledge Music. Is that what it was? I can't remember how it went about, but I backed them. I supported them however I could at the time, and have those albums. So I do have a copy of every one of their albums. I wish I could get a copy of Rain, but I can't find one online for cheap enough to justify buying it, but because it's just mostly the same songs. I think it might even be the same songs with the same mixes, so maybe I don't even need that, but let me know in the comments if you're a big 40 Below Summer fan and you know. But Taxi Cab Confessions is a song that I love so much. Step Into the Sideshow is absolutely, like, the ending of that song is, I think, maybe one of the best, most chaotic finales to a song of all time. But they have so many great songs on really Invitation to the Dance and The Morning After. Falling Down is fantastic too. Sorry, I'm looking in here. Still Life is great. Smile Electric. Smile. Don't you give up that smile. Don't you give up your smile. Electric. I'm just a big fan of this band, and I really don't know what to expect now. It's been, hold on while I've got it pulled up. It's been 10 years since Transmission Infrared came out. And I do like those last two albums, but I don't think they're as strong as some of their earlier stuff. And I think they were doing all of that themselves. This band, I remember following them on Facebook at the time. They, got out of the record label sphere, and I think they were much happier doing things on their own. And I know that that's how this was done as well. I've been following them on Facebook for the last few years. So I've been very much looking forward to new music when they were ready to show it. And they are ready to show it now. And so I have not heard a second of this. I actually don't know if this is going to work. Let me bring this up. So I've got the video up here. I'm going to watch it. And yeah, let's just get into this. This doesn't need to take forever. This is 40 Below Summer. Oh, yeah, that's right. King Ghidorah. When they announced that this is the first song, the single that they were releasing from the album, or first song, King Ghidorah, I got very excited. Obviously, I had no idea this was happening, but my love for Godzilla really transcends my love for 40 Below Summer, which I'm sure they understand. But I brought 3 figures with me here to the hospital. Back here, you can see I have Winnie the Pooh with a little honeypot here. And that symbolizes the fact that I wanted to remain aloof to this entire sort of leukemia transplant situation, and I wanted to stay positive overall and try to look on the bright side of things. I have the Harry Potter Dementor here to remind myself not to get depressed, plus Dementors are just badass and cool. And then I brought this guy, one of my Godzilla figures. I have a bunch of Godzilla figures from all ages of Godzilla, including some really cool, bigger, old ones from back in the day. But this is just stereotypical, nice 70s era Godzilla when he was, doing the whole type thing and just flying through the air with the greatest of ease. But so I've got this guy that I've been setting back there. And I also brought with me here, and we haven't set it up yet, but something that we're going to do very soon. This is my Godzilla Chia Pet. And so I'm very much looking forward to setting this up, which we're going to be doing sometime probably today or tomorrow to get my Godzilla Chia Pet going. But I'm very excited about this. But this kind of just tells you how much I love Godzilla, and I'm assuming these dudes love Godzilla as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't call a song King Ghidorah. And King Ghidorah, of course, obviously Monster X, the three-headed space monster. I don't know if this song has anything to do with that. It's just badass, right? It's just cool. So, yeah. So without further ado, I'm sorry, I've already been recording for 10 minutes. So let's get into this song. Let's watch the video as well. And we'll see what happens. I can't believe it. You guys, this is 2025. 10 years since the last 40 Below Summer. This is 40 Below Summer with King Ghidorah. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. It sounds like 40 Below Summer right away. Production sounds very nice. Drums sound good. Kick sounds great. Snare sounds good. All right, here we go. Distortion on the vocals. Could be a little bit more clarity on the vocals. They have like a lo-fi thing on them intentionally. The music sounds fantastic. The vocals sound too lo-fi and too low in the mix. I hope they'll become clear during the chorus. Love the mix, actually. Yes. Dude, it sounds really hi-fi. I really dislike that, the way the heavy vocals were treated there. I hope they're not like that across the whole album. Yeah, they're a little low here, but love the little synth line in there. Very simple, but it's doing its job. Oh, I love the suspense building there. Yeah, the guitars and the drums sound fantastic. The bass, not too much definition there, but it feels very, I hate using this word, but it feels very raw. It feels very much like I would imagine they would sound. The vocals sound great here. Very nice and clear. Perfect. I mean, it's that stereotypical sound, but there's just lacking some clarity there in the vocals. I hate it when bands overuse the lo-fi sound too much. In this moment, does it way too much. It's high passed, or low passed. The drop, everything sounds so clear and perfect, but the vocals are just sitting behind everything, and I don't like that. And now this sounds fantastic, but I'm afraid because this is the way it sounds that the whole album is going to be like that. Every song's going to have harsh vocals on it, and they're all going to be done that way. This is great. sweet. Very cool. They have 742 subscribers. Now they've got one more because I'm subscribing to their new channel. I think I was subscribed to whatever their channel was before. Okay. I don't want to just talk about the negative things about this, but those vocals bothered me. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, on my channel here, we tend to focus on production stuff a lot more. I did not notice. That was my first time ever hearing that. I did not hear a single word he said. Not a single word. I did not listen for that. So I don't, and honestly, to be honest, I really don't care what he's saying either. No offense, Max, but vocals aren't my thing. I'm here for the entire package, the production, how good things sound, and then just overall enjoyment. On subsequent listens, hopefully when I get the CD, which I'm pretty sure they've confirmed there's CDs coming of this album, when I get the CD, I'm not positive about that though, so don't quote me on it. When I get the CD, hopefully it comes with a lyric booklet like all of their other albums, and I will be able to sit and look through it and listen to it, and I'll be able to absorb it all as a total package like that. But what I do here on the channel is I talk about production stuff, and unfortunately, in a lot of things out in the world today, it's easier to pinpoint negative things. So I just want to say that I personally did not care for the treatment of the harsh vocals in that song the entire time. I thought they were too low in the mix. They were behind everything, right? Everything else in the mix sounded really good, like shockingly better than I expected it. Not that I expected it to sound bad. None of their albums sound bad. But so many bands nowadays just low pass everything and they make everything sound so muddy. And this did not sound that way. I really liked the mix a lot. The high frequencies of everything really stood out. The clarity of everything was so nice. And on top of that, then, to have the vocals have this smeared muddiness to them, which they were doing on purpose. I understand that. They're going for a sort of a lo-fi, more distorted, like old-timey radio thing. But I don't think that was appropriate in context with the song. Everything was so clear and perfect and wonderful sounding, really, that I don't think those vocals sounded like they fit into the song that way. There needed to be more high frequencies in them. And when the clean vocals kicked in during the chorus, it sounded like shockingly good, like stunningly amazing. Everything in the whole mix sounded so nice and clear. It was a simple mix, but that doesn't mean that it was easy to do. A simple sounding song in terms of arrangement, in terms of, you pretty much had just like almost all heavy music. You have guitar on the left, guitar on the right, bass kind of in the middle encompassing all the low end. And then you had drums across the spectrum. And then you have vocals in the middle, maybe some background vocals spread a little bit. And then there were some synth elements in there kind of spread around, and that's great. It was really good. So to me, right away, hearing that low-passed, intentionally sort of lo-fi distorted vocal was disappointing. It was very disappointing because I don't think it fit with the clarity of the rest of the song. So that's, if the entire album is mixed that way, which I want to guess that it is, that this song is not an anomaly and that every song is mixed that way, that's a huge bummer to me. And that might be enough to knock the album down a few notches for me. However, I want to emphasize again how clear and wonderful everything else sounded, including Max's vocals when he was doing the clean vocals. That sounded absolutely amazing. And so I feel bummed that I have to point out the thing that I particularly did not like. It might not bother you watching the video. It might not bother a lot of people. But to me, there was too much of a separation there, and I didn't feel like it fit. You shouldn't have to search through the music for the vocals. The vocals, they don't always have to be sitting on top of the mix. They don't have to be the most thing in the front. You shouldn't have to search through a mix to find the vocals and bring them out. During the chorus, you didn't need to do that. Everything was sitting nicely in the pocket and in the mix where it needed to be. But during the verses with the harsh vocals, that's pretty disappointing. And I know I've seen videos in the past, behind the scenes videos of when they've recorded, and Max actually takes the microphone, he holds it up to his face very close. I don't know if he's still doing that or not now, but he will shake the microphone and stuff to get some of those effects. And I think they've even had multiple microphone setups where he has a microphone where he's doing the harsh vocals and then he can switch over and sing into clean vocals. That's not I mean, live, I assume that's probably how they maybe do stuff. He probably just uses the same microphone live, but when you're doing crazy stuff like that and you're handling the microphone, you have to probably EQ out all of the lows from the microphone he's holding. And so you just have certain frequencies. And unfortunately, the highs are probably, I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much. I just want to say that was a disappointing thing for me in regards to this. So, however, overall, I'm very happy with the song. I can't wait to hear the whole album. I do hope the rest of the album is not mixed that way. Maybe something happened on this song they needed to mix it this way, but that's my opinion of that. And I do think vocals are one of the elements of a song that could ruin an entire song. And the whole song was not ruined for me. I loved the chorus. I liked what they were doing. Listening to an entire album, maybe my ears would adjust to it a little bit better, and I would be able to enjoy that a little bit more. But to me, one of the best things about their music is the clarity of everything and how well it did sound, even earlier on in their career. So I trust them to make great songs. I trust them to have great production, and this has that, except for that one element. But it's a big element to have that's kind of a bummer. So these are my thoughts. I'm very much looking forward to the entire album. I will be buying it. This is one of those bands that's a special band to me for reasons I've already mentioned. I've been a fan of them for a long time. And I hope if anyone did discover this band from this video, if you want to go back and listen to their catalog, I definitely suggest starting with Invitation to the Dance. Or if you want a little bit heavier, a little bit more metal sounding, I would maybe start with The Morning After. But those two albums are really great places to start, and probably their two best albums. And if you liked this song at all, I would highly recommend checking out those two albums. Very much so. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the song. And I'm going to answer this phone, so I'll talk to you all next time. Hello.
Hi. They have crispy chicken sandwiches. Would you want one of those?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
I can look what else. Here, wait just a second. I got fresh water, and there's chicken strips, and there is chicken wings, and then there's crispy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I definitely want the sandwich.
Do you want something to put on it?
Maybe bring me a mayonnaise.
Okay.
Which there should be one. It should be above the thing up there.
Yep. Yep. It looks empty, but I think I see one.
Yep.
So.
And other than that, if there's no cheese on it, I'll just put cheese on it here. So.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you when you get back.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Bye-bye. Bye. There you go. I guess I get a crispy chicken sandwich today.